What's up guys, welcome back to another OBS tutorial video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys actually how to get your face cam working as well as your green screen and border cam. So let's get right into this. Okay, so let's get started right into this. I do want to say you definitely don't need to have a green screen or border cam. It just makes a really good effect with it. So I'm going to start showing you guys how to actually just first get your face cam to work. So you want to go into the sources thing here. Right under is going to be this little plus. And then from here you want to click the video capture device tab. And then click OK, leave that as it is. And it's going to open up to this. Hello. So you want to click the face cam that you want to be using. Most of you would just have one. But I'm going to click the USB live camera because that's mine. Down here, you can do like FPS and video format. You don't necessarily need to do any of that. Just keep that default device default. That's the main thing that you would want with that. But if you do accidentally change it, then just click defaults here. And then it should switch it back. So you want to click OK. And then it's going to come up to right here. So you may be thinking, like, this is way too big. Like, I don't want my face to be that big. So what you can do is you can grab these little dots and you can actually, like, extend it. This one just moves it around. But then if you click, like, one of these little circles and hold it, you can actually extend it and then make yourself completely huge. I mean, it doesn't look the best because with, like, the pixels and everything. But let's shrink this back down. But let's say you want to kind of cut some stuff out. You want to cut some things out. You want to hold shift and grab onto the edges, and you can actually smush yourself, which is kind of weird. I wouldn't necessarily ask you to do this. Yeah, shift, you kind of just like basically smush your face. Let me get this back into here. Okay, but if you hold control, I believe it is it control? No, alt. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, if you hold Alt and then hold onto like one of these little circles, you can actually cut out the edges. Do you see how you can kind of do that if you just want it to be like that small, and then you can raise yourself even bigger. So it kind of is tedious with getting the right size that you want. You definitely need to do that if you're doing green screens because it's not gonna necessarily like fit the screen completely. You can see cause I have a pretty big green screen, but there's still always a little bit cutting out. So this what the border cam can sometimes help for. It's where like if you move your arm, you can see it cuts completely out. So you kind of want like a little space to show where it actually stops. So now I'm going to show you guys actually how to do the green screen part of it. So you want to go to your video capture device. You want to right click it. Okay, but first I want to say, you do need a green screen. It doesn't have to be like necessarily one that you buy. You could literally just paint your wall green or have a green sheet. But these do work the best. So I just have a circular one, a little stand behind that just holds it. The hardest thing with this is getting the correct lighting because your face can get very bright. Because you need it pretty bright for the green screen and not many shadows. So I kind of have two of the exact same lamps on either side of me, and then I can kind of balance it out because they have a light up here and then a light here, so I can kind of switch those on and balance it out. But whatever works for you is absolutely fine. So you want to go to your video capture device, you want to right click it, and then it should be right, let me see here, where is it at? Filters, there we go. You want to click filters on top of the properties thing. Filters just like this. You're going to come up to this little page, and then you want to click the plus again to add something, and you want to click chroma key. Chroma key is what keys out a certain color in your image. So you want to click OK, and you can see it's going to get kind of crazy here. So you can see behind me it's already start to get like a little bit black, I guess. You can see you want this image right here to be completely gray. So you definitely just want this green. Some people can have blue screens, so that's why you can change it to blue if you would like. But that doesn't really work because I have a green screen. So I'm going to change it to green. You can do a custom right here that you can select a color and you can kind of pinpoint an exact color, but most of the time you would just actually want to use green. So before we actually start getting into the setting to make it look perfect, I am going to, let me see here, I'm just going to do I'm just going to do like a display capture just right here. This is gonna look kind of weird, but you can see the display capture is on top of here. No, I'm just gonna do a game capture. Give me a sec. Okay, so I've got Minecraft to open. Just do the game capture. You can see maybe when you do that your face cam actually disappears. So that's just because it's above here. So you just want to drag your game capture below it, and you can see whatever's on top of here is whatever's like completely on top. So you want to go over to your thing again. You want to go back to filters, click your chroma key. If you do want to delete the chroma key, you just right click it and then click remove. But now we're going to actually get this to be a little bit more balanced out. So you can see the similarity 1 is the top here. That's what's going to change it the most. That's what's gonna, you kind of have to fiddle around with it. Now, through my settings, you can see it still looks pretty bad. And if you keep on going, it literally just disappears your face. So that's not what we want. We want to still have our face in here. So usually what I like to do is you want to kind of turn your smoothness down and go pretty hard on that. See, I usually want my smoothness to be completely down and then have the similarity pretty far, not too far. Just balance it out just right, just about there. Mine's 480, smoothest 1. The other ones, you don't really need to do anything with it. It's just like contrast, brightness, gamma. The main ones are these top 2 ones that you would want to do. So you can see it's looking pretty good right now. Don't be frustrated if it doesn't look good. Keep on trying different lighting and like different, to make sure you're not crazy bright. Sometimes you can be too bright, and then you definitely want to turn the smoothness down, because you can see, you get like the little shiny things on your faces. So that's why you definitely want the smoothness to be all the way down. But mine is right good here, so you're just going to leave it as it is. Sometimes, like when you're recording different days and stuff, lighting may change, so you might want to kind of just check it and make sure your chroma key is fine before you start recording. So I believe, sure, yeah, we can just click OK here. You can see it's looking pretty good. Whatever we move, wherever the green is, it's going to actually disappear in the game. So when you're doing gameplay, it can be very useful, because you don't want to cover up anything in the screen. Like, you don't want to cover anything up, because this entire square would be nothing they could see. Now they can actually see a little bit of around you. So I really like that. It's very useful. But again, let's go with our alt technique. And it's smushing the sides a little bit for what kind of side we want. You can always just move your green screen and make it fit. So I'm just gonna put it like that. That seems pretty good. Pretty good size. I'm gonna make it maybe a little bigger, just like that. So that works completely perfect. You could just stop this here, or you could add a border cam. A border cam is, you can see what I mean, how weird it looks, how it just literally chops off your arm. So border cam is what would kind of go around the edges to show how far you have still in your range of you seeing. So those can actually be really cool to use. So I'm gonna show you guys actually how to get one right now. Okay, so I just searched on Google completely just border cams, because that's what you want. But make sure it does say transparent. What transparent means is where the middle, like through it, the inside of it, is where it's just nothing. Like whatever's in the background of that is literally like you can't see, so, or it goes like straight through it. So that helps a lot. So you just want to type in border cams transparent. You want to go to images. I mean, you can try to find a site that does it, but most of the time you just want images. So you can see you're going to come up to something like this. It could change for you guys, but if it's not transparent, you might have to do like some editing, and that's really hard to do. So yeah, just make sure it's transparent. You can click these. You could have something incredibly simple, just like that little line going around, just like normal and stuff. You can see all these, just like this is a little black line and stuff. You usually want it white little checkers, like white checkers, like that. See, that would just be, you just look straight through. So let's look at a few more of these. If you're like literally like there's nothing here faded, there's literally, they look so bad. Like these aren't border cams anymore. Then find a good one that like kind of looks like what you would want. You would want something like that. I mean, that's what you would want. You can click view more once you click onto it. No, I don't want to translate the page. Gosh. You're going to come up to something like this. This is all going to be the things kind of related to it. And these are a lot better border cams, as you can see. You can see this one is like absolutely crazy. You can see the white little checkers, so that means it's most likely going to be transparent. You can see, oh my gosh, it's a really long one. There's a lot of different ones. But you also, like even this one, I actually do like that one. It took me a very long time to find mine, but once you find one that you do want, you can put like little things, like you can type red at the end, and then it'll try to show you all the red border cams and stuff like that. But for right now, I guess I will just get this one and see what that looks like. So all you had to do to get it off is you want to minimize your screen right here. You want to go onto your desktop, and then you just want to drag that off. You can see it's see-through right over there. you can see like whatever's through that is just going to be the other screen, except for the part that you want. If it does come up just like a little Chrome image, that means it's like copyrighted. They don't want you to use it. But if it comes up just like this, the actual image see-through, that's completely fine. It's definitely what you want. So look at a little bit of what it's like called. It's called like Linea, I guess. So let's go back to our OBS page. Go back here, there we go. Okay, so we got the green screen, we got everything working perfectly. So now you want to click the little plus sign. This can be sometimes get a little bit hard, but it's pretty easy overall. So you want to find the image. Image is like what the image that you want to be on the screen. You want to click OK. You want to click browse and find the one that it said for you. There, Linea, there we go. And you can see the image is gonna come up right on the screen. You want to click OK, and then just like we did with the face cam, you can see that you can make it bigger, smaller. You can do all and enclose the edges. And like, don't be like, oh no, what are you do? It's gonna be broken now. You just all and just straight do it on out until if it's green, that means it's cutting off some. If it's not green, you see all the sides are black. That means it's the full image length. But what I want to do here, it's going to be a little hard with this one, but it takes a little bit of getting used to. You kind of need to match your face cam. Oh gosh, now I'm moving the screen. What am I doing? Kind of just need to match your face cam just to be perfect right inside of there. It's probably how big I want it. Maybe I want to make that a little bigger, make myself a little smaller. Maybe so I fit a little better in there. See, that looks pretty good. It's kind of too big for my taste, but if you're having trouble clicking on your face, then you can just go down the sources, click on video capture device, which is your screen. There we go. So I'm gonna just make this like kind of where I want it to be kind of matched up. Maybe something like that. Something like that you might want. So then you just want to put your face right back in it. See, that looks pretty good. Pretty close to what you would want. It looks pretty crazy. Maybe they meant for this to be on the ground or anything that you want. I mean, all the border cams are going to be a little bit different, but overall that looks pretty cool actually to have that. There's tons of different ones. You could just have a little tiny thin one that just goes right around the line. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I believe that's everything I need to say. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, make sure that your game capture is below all of this, or like if you drag it up, you're gone. You're completely gone. Yeah, make sure your image is all the way at the top, because if it's below your face cam, then that means, wait, oops. No, if it's like above your face cam, then it like starts getting kind of weird. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, see, look. Now whenever I move, it's getting like blocked out at the bottom. You can see that it gets a little bit messed up where I move my arms, because it's like above me. So I'm gonna bring that right back to the top. There we go. Has the full enclosure of what the face cam or border cam, sorry, border cam is. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you just helped you with this a little bit. You know what? I had to switch back to mine now. I really do enjoy mine. If you probably seen my face cam border cams in other videos, but this is exactly how I do it. Now you do have to be a little bit careful of how big you're making it, because this thing, I mean, this is just kind of crazy. But you have to be careful how big you're making your face cam, because you have to realize that's chopping off a whole part of the screen, especially if you're doing gaming. With most of my tutorials, you can see I don't have my face cam on screen, just so it doesn't cover up anything, or if I'm doing a Garry's Mod tutorial, I just don't want it to mess with the viewer and things. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below of what video you want to see me do next. If you do have a map you would like to play, get me to play, then just put it on MiaFire, send me the link. But I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I know I already said that, but I'm saying it again. So I do have a shout out, one person that wanted it, Juicy, I believe it's Juicy, yeah, Juicy Plays. Please go check out his channel, it'll be in the link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm making sure there's nothing else, because I'm really bad at that. Oh yeah, it does sometimes look like a little weird with your fingers, just because it's really hard to get it just perfect. Don't be discouraged with the lighting. I mean, it doesn't have to be completely perfect, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!